Hi everyone, it's Dunny from TechFlow here today at the EduTech 2016 conference. I'm here at the Brisbane Convention Centre at the Google booth. Today I'm talking to Samantha, who's the...
Hi, I look after marketing at Google internationally. I'm based in London, but I'm here in Australia. Very excited to be here.
Awesome. So why don't you just tell about what you do here at Google and just give us a brief overview of what you do and who you are, essentially.
Sure. So my name is Sam Peter. I look after the international marketing team at Google, focused on education. So it's my team that's here doing this conference today. We're here at EduTech in Australia because we have an education offering. So we bring our technology to schools in Australia, and we're here to basically tell the Australian teacher audience a little bit about what we do.
So as you're into education here in Australia and overseas, what is the main thing you hope to achieve out of pushing out your Google products and services out to schools in Australia?
Very good question. So, we at Google believe that technology can play a key role in education and really help transforming the classroom. So you use a lot of technology at home, right? I'm sure you're on your emails, checking your social networks, etc. But quite often when students go into the classroom, it's a technology poor environment. So we really think technology can help with the teaching and learning. It can make lives easier for teachers, but can also enhance the learning experience for students as well. So we have two main things that we're here talking about. We have our devices, Google Chromebooks, which are really easy to use, low-cost, affordable devices. Do you know about Chromebooks? Do you use them in your own school?
We don't use it at school. We use iPads actually. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm not a big pusher for iPads at school. It's expensive. Basically, does the same thing as a Chromebook, way cheaper. I mean, it's not a marketing thing. It's real. I mean. Yeah, so I mean, if you use a laptop like this, not an iPad, like I can't really say much about it. Yeah, so yeah, we don't really use it, but yeah. I know much about it. So yeah.
Okay, great. So we use Chromebooks, and also, are you familiar with Google Apps?
Yep.
So Google Apps is our suite of communication and collaboration tools, and we sell it to businesses. So Google even runs on Google Apps. It's our email and our documents, but we give it free of charge to education. So we have millions of schools around the world that use Google Apps for education, and we're here talking about that as well today.
Awesome, nice answer. We're here at behind us we have Google Chromebooks here, which runs on the Chrome platform. So why don't you just give us a bit about what it is and whether it's a great fit for students and people who need computers that doesn't need to run, let's say, video editing or anything like that. So just give us a brief overview of what it is.
Well, you can do video editing using a Chromebook, yeah, via apps. So much of the functionality that you use today is actually available on the web. So Chromebooks are a really easy way to access the internet, basically, and to access the web. And we also have apps, Chrome apps, which are native to Chromebooks, such as WeVideo, that can be used for video editing. So a lot of what you can do on your desktop today, you can actually do on a Chromebook. But the nice thing is that, they're really robust and strong, so you can share them in class really easily. You can drop them, and even if they break, because I don't know, students break devices, these things happen. If they break, everything's in the crowd. So all that great video editing that you guys will be doing won't be lost because it'll be in the cloud.
Awesome, thank you. So we actually attend Brisbane State High School, so we use iPads, as I told you before. So say if I was an IT department or executive at a school who is looking for new devices to come in, what would you say to them, and why should they use Chromebooks in their classrooms, and are there any services which teachers can use? So we have the classroom app here, so how can we incorporate all of this into this classrooms?
Again, very good question. So, I mean, you can do a variety of things. I mean, if you're using iPads and you're happy with iPads and you think they're working for you, you can still use Google Apps and Google Classroom. So you can still actually leverage a lot of the communication and collaboration tools. What we've seen is students naturally work more together and in groups, and peer-to-peer learning is very important. So I'm sure you learn a lot from your teacher, but I'm sure you also learn from the other students around you as well. And our tools really kind of enable that and facilitate that. So I think things like Google Apps and Classroom are really great for those kind of things. But if you're using iPads, I mean, it's worthwhile exploring Chromebooks as well. They're really shareable, and they're really, for your IT department, they're very easy to set up, they're very easy to manage, and they're very easy to deploy. So a lot of the pain points that we've heard other customers might have with other devices, Chromebooks is actually built from the ground up to try and solve those. So it's just really straightforward and really easy to use.
Awesome. So a guy over here at Google just said that you're the co-creator of Google Science Fair or something. So I mean, as students, I mean, we're all into technology, science. So what would you say to other students who are looking into starting a career in technology, and how can Google Science Fair help them in their endeavor to push forward?
So the Google Science Fair, for people who don't know, is our online science competition for students between the ages of 13 to 18. If you already have a science project or a science idea that you're working on, you can enter it in the competition. It follows the scientific or engineering method, and you have the opportunity to win amazing prizes and opportunities. So the first year we had 3 girls who won, which was a really lovely moment for women in science. And they went to the White House, they met Obama, they got huge amounts in scholarships, they all went on to great universities, and one of them actually just launched her project on Kickstarter as a student, and she's built an app on Minecraft to help other students teach science. So it all starts with an idea. I guess what I would encourage any student to do is just explore your passion and look around you. Quite often the greatest ideas you have are just built of immediate needs. We had a student a few years ago, and he noticed his grandmother, as she got older, couldn't open bottles. You know, her hands just weren't as strong, and so he developed a mechanical hand in his garage, just, using Lego, I think, to start with, but then he got better parts. And with that, he was able to help his grandmother. And then, that was something that was prototyped. I think it was patented. I think it's actually something that's going to be produced. So, he was 15, right? It sounds intimidating, but it starts small. It starts with just, being curious and asking questions. And so I think if you're interested in science, or if you're just interested in kind of like trying to figure out things and just trying to answer questions, look at the Google Science Fair. It's a really good channel to try and explore that.
Right, thank you, Samantha, for the awesome answers. Thank you for telling us about the Google Science Fair. Sure, students all around the world will look up to Google and probably make some cool ideas and projects. And thank you again for talking about the Chromebooks. I'm probably going to talk to my school principal to say why using iPads should use Chromebooks. No promotion included in that. That's my words. Thank you again. Thank you.
No.
Thanks,
guys.
Awesome.